Paul says, all of us, were living among Gentiles, showing our love to you. And not only did we preach the gospel to you, but gave you our own lives to you. You see, there's something happening here. I'm going to write the first point. Church not need to focus on having services, buildings, programs that will attract people. No, each one of us needs to be people who attract people to Jesus. We need to be, individually and as a group, people who attract other people to Jesus. That's God's plan. Always. How did Paul do this? He did it through in the flesh, living, displaying. He knows we're displaying. Right, you've seen this word, incarnation, when we talk about the doctrine of Jesus, God, becoming human, right? God, who is the Spirit, takes on flesh and body. Why? Yeah, because Jesus is communicating to humans. Right. For many, many years, God, sent prophets, gave the law, but God himself never showed up in person because God's the Spirit. But the most amazing thing about Christianity is that God himself becomes man. He takes on our likeness, becomes like us, takes on a body, becomes a man, born of a woman, grows up like a child, a baby, all the way to an adult, works with his hands just like us, lives in our neighborhood, takes on a culture of people, Jews, experiences suffering, experiences death, experiences everything that we experience. That is in our nation. It means in our name is flesh. In Spanish, our name, asada, that's flesh that's been barbecue. Cooked, that word comes from it means flesh. In the flesh. God came to us in flesh. He became one of us. And that is our example. But we, as Christians, too much focused on being separated from the world, being separate, that we isolate ourselves. We become this weird, separate culture that doesn't understand the world, and the world doesn't understand us, and so we become like a fortress, how do you say, castle. fortress, and the church becomes a place that we all go hide inside for safety from those bad people out there. And we, protect and defend our way of living. Yeah. But Jesus did not do that. Jesus became flesh and lived among us. John 1 says, the Word became flesh, lived among us, and we beheld the glory of the only Son of God. So incarnation living is what we see explained in 1 Thessalonians 2:7-9. Paul not only show up to the city and say, okay, I'm starting a church. We're going to be meeting in the room, in the house over here. I'm going to be teaching about why you pagan people are wrong and sinful and deserve to go to hell. And I'm going to teach you how to start living right and introduce you to our God because you need change. Because you're wrong and we are right. So church services start at 10 in the morning. We'll have 1-2 hours meeting, and then we'll see you next week. No, Paul knows that. And you would never expect any missionary to go to some place, like in Africa or South America, in the jungle, and start church that way. No. Paul went to the city. We know that Paul made tents. It says here, I did not want to be a burden to you, but you saw me and my group, Paul and Goodman. You saw us work day and night with our hands, making our tents, making whatever. Because we did not want to be burdened to you. We did not want to depend food that you would give to us. We wanted to be gentle. He says, just like a mom with a baby, be careful, loving and affectionate. Yeah, you shouldn't. And so we gave you the gospel in that context. Paul lived among these people. These people see Paul is partnering every day, living gospel love in front of them and for them. But many times, our evangelism is not that way. We show up, we make no relationships, we don't establish any kind of love for these people, but we show up, we pass out tracts, we tell them, you need to be saved, you're wrong, you go to hell, follow us. And we wonder why people get offended, and then we sit there and go, oh, persecution. Oh, we're so good for Jesus. Let's celebrate that in our little Passover. Oh, God. No. Paul, not only spoke the gospel, but lived a gospel lifestyle. Is that right? Lifestyle? Among those people. That means he had to go where the people go. He had to find out where the people were needed, what people are doing, and he'd show up and establish relationships with them and show love to them. only did Paul do this by himself, no, he had a group with him. So he had a group of people with him. So he had two. You see, he says, we were gently with you. We were pleased to give you the gospel and our life to you. You became dear to us. See, it was a group work together. That's what the church is. Paul was trying to establish a church in Thessalonica city. So he has a group of church starters with him. Small group. But that small group is a loving group community. Community together who practice Christian love with each other and sharing it with the not Christian people in front of them, for them to see. So if you want to be a witness, people need to witness something. People need to witness or see something. Because that's what a witness is. It's a person who sees something, experience something, and can then say, yeah, I know what that is. I saw it. So witness is not only go and tell people words and ideas, but it's incarnation. It's a blending of ideas, words, and preaching with living, sharing, loving, and caring, and being gently with different people. What does loving community in Christian context, what's that look like? We'll look at Acts 2, 44 and 47. This goes back to the beginning of the church. When the church started with a few people, and this group of people in Jerusalem that were really noticing and being attracted to the church. Why? Because they had really cool service with lights, music that was loud, a cool preacher who could talk real smooth. Because of these things here. They, the 5,000 people who were saved, continued steadfastly in the apostle doctrine and fellowship, breaking of bread, and prayer. Look at verse 6. It says, all who believed were gathered together, had all things in common, sold their things, goods, good things, and parted them. All who had need, and would continue every day with one accord, in the temple, breaking bread, house to house, eating